Hello everyone. This video is going to serve as kind of your instructions for your next assignment. Our next assignment is going to take a couple of weeks. So this is going to be this week and into next week before your final part of this project is turned in. Everything as far as what's due each class time will be posted on your assignment here. I have it highlighted yellow so you can see exactly where the dates are. In Google Classroom, I also have it updated for what you have to turn in each day. And again, that's in each class day. So you're not every single day, but every other day, right? A day, B day schedule. So make sure you're following that and keep an eye on Classroom for stuff that is due. Those things that you turn in on a daily basis are going to be graded, all right? But they are just parts of completion towards this project. I need to make sure that you are working on this and getting things turned in or completing this as we go through it. It's going to give you lots of time. If you sat down and did this whole assignment straight through, it shouldn't take you more than a couple hours, maybe 2, 3 total. But each day I'm going to ask that you're turning in something so that I can keep track of where you are at. And if there's anything wrong, we can fix it before you turn in your final part of your project. All right, and don't forget, there won't be tenants directly tied to this, but if you are not turning things in, then I do have to report that you are not turning things in to Mr. Volo, and there's consequences that go with that. So just make sure you're turning things in or at least being in contact with me about those things. All right. So your project is going to be your home's electrical floor plan. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw a detailed floor plan of your electrical in your house, okay, or wherever you are at, wherever you're holed up, that's what I want you to do. So you are going to hand draw it. It should look sort of something like this. It should be a little bit neater, but what you're going to do is for each floor of your house, including your basement, you're going to draw a floor plan. All right. And the very first day, what I want you to do is just where I want you to start is just drawing out your house. Okay. So drawing out your rooms. All right, drawing the sizes of the rooms. I want you to include numbers on just the size of your room. Okay, this room is 12 feet by 10 and a half feet. Perfect. It doesn't need to be very detailed. You don't need to get down to an eighth inch or anything like that. Just give me about how big it is to probably about the half foot. Okay, so 10 feet, 10 and a half feet, 11 feet, just approximately. Okay, so make sure you have a tape measure for that, or even if you just have a ruler, just flip your ruler over that or find something that you know how long it is and use that. Okay, again, I'm not gonna need super details. I just need approximate sizes so you know what electrical receptacles and things need to be in that room. Okay, so draw it out. Tell me what room is each room. So you see there it says like bathroom or living room, okay, things like that. Any built-in features such as the tub, the toilets, sinks, stoves, counters, things that cannot be removed, draw those in there as well. Okay, doors and windows I would like to see included. Okay, use the symbols for doors, windows, because that obviously can affect your electrical floor plan. Okay, closets, make sure you get those in there. And then again, please include your dimensions. Okay, I don't need huge dimensions. I just need to know what size each room is. Okay. Also, if you see there's on this floor plan, there's stairs in there. You can draw those just with those horizontal lines across there, right? But just give me overall sizes of rooms and permanent fixtures in your room. Okay. So what you just get a blank sheet of paper. Okay, one for each floor. All right, so basement's going to have its own first floor, second floor. It would be 3 different sheets of paper. Okay, when you draw it, make sure you draw it using a straight edge. Use a ruler or just anything that's straight to draw your lines. If it's sloppy, if it's crooked, if it's thrown together, you're going to lose a lot of points. So do it neatly. Take your time. Again, you have lots of time to do this, so make sure you do it well, please, and make it easy for Mr. Mente to read. As far as your instruction goes, all right, start by drawing it out, okay? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna start putting in your symbols for all of your electrical, okay? So include outlets, right? Don't forget if there's outlets outside your house, include those, switches, right? And then switches, you're gonna be drawing dotted lines to what they control, right? So you just make a dashed line leading to the lights that switch controls. If it controls two lights, make sure you continue your dotted line, so on and so forth. I would recommend looking at electrical floor plans on the internet just to see what they sort of look like, just to make sure you kind of got it down. Again, you're not showing me where wires run, you're just showing me what it controls, right? So I know what switches control what. Don't forget everything on ceilings, lights, bathroom fans, ceiling fans, smoke detectors are on ceilings. Make sure you include those, all right? And the proper symbols for those. Any other systems that you might not think of right away, doorbells, if you have Ethernet cables that are running behind walls, don't forget your thermostat, carbon monoxide detectors, things like that. Make sure you include those. Make sure you're using the symbols, all right? So if it's a three-way switch, show that it's a three-way switch. If it's a if it's a bathroom fan, make sure you use the symbol for that. At the bottom of this is your symbols, so you can use that to help find your symbols, all right? And you can read the rest of the instructions there. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, all right, but just make sure you got everything included. Due dates are going to be posted there and on Classroom. So make sure you're looking at what's posted every day you have class. You will have to update me on what you're doing, or at least be in contact with me, okay? So sometimes it might be something simple, but just make sure you're going on there and submitting what I have. Your rubric is here. Just read through it. Make sure you got everything on there. A big part of it, again, is that everything is done nice and neat, and that you're not forgetting stuff, okay? Here is sort of a sample of an electrical floor plan, and this is kind of what I want it to look like. Now, this is pretty detailed. This is pretty neatly drawn, probably by some sort of drafter, but as you see, this is kind of what I want it to look like. Again, you see the dotted lines just kind of guide you, saying this switch controls these lights, or these outlets, or you know, this or that. So this is kind of what I want it to look like. So use that as your best example. Don't forget, you need a separate page for each floor. So every floor should have its own page, all right? And then when you're done with everything, you're gonna put it all into a Google Doc, all right? Or a Google Slides. You're gonna take pictures of everything, and that's how you're gonna be turning things in, is mostly you're gonna be just turning pictures, okay? So in the very final assignment, you will put it all together into one Google Doc, but throughout the assignment, you will be turning in just the pictures of your progress, okay? The last thing I also want you to do is take a picture of your breaker box. So it should be in your basement. If you can safely access it, of course. If there are issues with any of those things, make sure you contact me and let me know. Let's say you live in an apartment building and your breaker box is not in your apartment. Okay, it's something like that. You just make sure you let me know. Okay, just tell me that before you turn it in, and we'll talk about it. Okay. But you will take a picture of your breaker box, open it up, take a picture of the breakers and the guide that goes along with them. You should be able to get all in one picture, but sometimes the guide is off to the side of it. That's fine. Just submit it as another picture so that you can see what each breaker goes to. All right. And there will also be questions after this. There'll be sort of a test that goes along with this, asking about your floor plan and seeing how well you can read it and what you have on there. So after you do this assignment, make sure you hang on to it so you can do your later assignments, okay? I know this kind of sucks. I know for a construction class, it's not the most ideal way to online learn, but everyone's doing it, and there is definitely ways to learn construction without doing it hands-on right away. Our goal here is that you guys get so familiar and know all the rules and all the techniques for doing the things we want to do, and then as soon as we get back to school, we will just be in the lab, right? You're going to show me that you learned it, and then you will actually perform it. That's how a lot of classrooms work. That's how even apprenticeships work. You learn it in the classroom, then you go get your hands on and do it, right? So show me that you guys are learning this so that when you get back, you can do it. If you are not doing this or not doing it well, when we get back to school, you will be sitting in a desk doing it. So make sure that you guys show me that you know this stuff, and everything you turn in is going to show me that you learned what you're doing. Okay, so I hope everyone is doing well. Make sure you contact me. Email is a great way to do it. Otherwise, I have those office hours from 1:30 to 2:30. I'm guaranteed to be on for like Google Hangouts if you want to talk. Just message me or anything like that, and we'll gladly get any of your questions answered. Okay, so keep an eye on what's due. Get your paper, get your rulers, get your tape measure ready, and you can start drawing out your house. So I hope everyone is well, and we will talk to you soon.